Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Tina. Tonight I would like to talk about the afterlife, but specifically about the loved ones who crossed over. And I have a question regarding that. And the question is, are we going to meet them again? Are we going to see them again? Are we going to connect with them again after we cross over to the afterlife? This is a very good question because there is like assumed widely and widely accepted that after you leave the physical body, you're going to cross over to a place called heaven, and there they are, all of the people that you ever cared about and loved and cherished. Could be friends, could be family, could be someone that you liked, and they supposedly be there. So you can again meet them and continue your journey together, whatever it is. But there's a bit of a problem. I've got a little problem in this scenario. And that little sneaky problem has a name, and it's called reincarnation. Yeah, I've got a sneaky feeling that because of reincarnation and because of the way it's all been set up, that there is a chance actually that we may not see our loved ones. We may, but I think that it's a little bit tricky. How does it work? Well, I'll give you an example. Like my mother died many, many years ago when I was a very young child, and she died very tragically. She tried to give me a signs that she crossed over. Saying all that, I have to add that she was very deeply religious. I think I mentioned what happened, mentioned my mom case in other video or two. But here I'm giving this as an example because I'm talking about the loved ones and afterlife. So when she crossed over, she was a very religious person, and she always said that the dead man is not a friend of the live man here. I mean, I can't really translate it properly, but anyway, so she didn't believe that it would be right to contact someone once you crossed over, that you are gone there and you're not supposed to come and mingle with those alive here on this planet Earth. But as soon as she died, there was a situation that I've witnessed lots of manifestations, and to the point that I was afraid to be at home. There was lots of paranormal activity regarding that, and there were signs that my mom was trying to let me know that, hey, I survived, that there's no death, okay? Yeah, I was very scared because I didn't understand the nature of what was happening. I mean, where I came from, there was like those days where we didn't have anything like books to read about paranormal. The whole community was deeply religious and all that, so people kind of didn't know much about it. But anyway, that lasted 3 months, and after 3 months, suddenly everything stopped. And I mean, from one day to another, I couldn't sense my mom around anymore. It was like she was really moved on and gone. Now, I already mentioned that I'm married now to a man that is very gifted psychic. We've been together for quite a while, and over those years that we've been together, I was hoping that my mom would come through and talk to me somehow, give me some message or say something to me. Not once it happened, ever. So, my question is my mom still in afterlife, or has she been reincarnated since? Because it seems like she must have been reincarnated. Well, the thing is that she was deeply religious, and what happened, I have to say one little story here again. My husband's grandfather died very, very long time ago. I think it was 1970 or something. Um, and quite recently, I would say a couple of years ago, he spoke to us through my husband, and he told us something really interesting. He said that he was not aware that he was ever reincarnated before, that his life apparently started in here when he was born, that this is as far as his memory would go back. And after his tragic death on this planet, he died in an accident. Um, After his death, he continued with his consciousness on the other side. Uh, and this is how he is. And he said he was very okay and happy. Another interesting thing he said, and that was regarding his own mother, who lived until she was really almost 100 years old. Now, she was very deeply religious, and he was not. He wasn't religious at all. But his mother was religious, and when she died obviously quite a few years after his death. They didn't meet. There was nothing. He told us that he didn't meet his mother, and he said, I don't know why, I don't know where she is, but they were not ever connected there. They were not that close. It was like a normal relationship. They were many years apart from the when he crossed over. He was quite young, and when she crossed over, she was quite old. So there was a big gap for many years passed in between. We reckon that because she was religious and her belief system was based on religion, that she moved on to a place where there are like a religious community where people believe in God and all that. So that's why, because he was non-believer, he ended up somewhere else. But the thing is, he said he was extremely happy, and there was nothing really going on. Now, I have to also say that my husband lost his oldest son. That was a year ago, and he communicated with us several times since he crossed over, and he says a very similar thing. He told us that apparently he does not remember any life before when he was born here. That last life that he was living here was the only life that he remembers, that he was never aware that he had any other lives like reincarnations or anything like that. So that was very interesting because again he wasn't religious either. He didn't believe in anything. He wasn't even a spiritual person. He was never interested in the subject of spirituality or that subject. In fact, what happens, he was afraid even to talk about anything about afterlife and all this. He didn't ever wanted to discuss the subject. So it's interesting, but he apparently, what he told us, that he was very well where he was, and he was doing quite well. That he also said he was free, he could decide for himself, that there was nobody governing him. And I feel in this case that because of his belief system was such, that he was a free spirit, that he continued with that. So that alone, this is like quite interesting, because you don't have to be scared that some matrix gonna grab you. I mean, I make videos about it, of course, because there is such a thing, and people are fearing how they're gonna cross over, because something's gonna be like obstacles on their way. There's no need to fear anything. It's all simple. It's based on your belief system for what it looks like. But anyway, as I say, I question everything, and I believe that we contacted my husband's oldest son, that we contacted him several times since he crossed over last year. And I also believe that my husband's grandfather was also in person, but I cannot guarantee 100% because I make videos that I question things, and I also understand how much we are lied to, that there are tricksters there, that they can impersonate anybody and anything. So going back to the topic of tonight's video is, will we see our loved ones in afterlife? This is very difficult question to answer, because if there is a reincarnation, okay, um, it's in my opinion, it depends how long the time will be between when the person crosses over and when you join that place, wherever it could be. That's one aspect of it. Another thing is like, I don't know, we seem to be gravitating to the places where we belong by our beliefs, by how what we like, what we dislike, what is the what attitudes we have, and this is all based on that belief system where we're gonna end up. Now, I would like to say a few things about NDE experiences, because they provide lots of clues that regarding afterlife, how it could be. And when I was studying those cases, as I keep repeating that I went over like 800 of the cases, I found the majority of them very disturbing. In the sense that there was lots of missing links, that there was lots of, I said, oh my goodness, I've got so many questions, I wish I could talk to these people and ask them. Because some of them claimed, this was their experience, and there's no doubt that what these people experienced during the NDE was very real. But when you're experiencing something, especially in the realm of tricksters, is it real, or is it something holographic? Maybe they're creating something for your benefit to fool you. Because many people said that when they managed to see some loved ones, they didn't. Some of this, what they saw was kind of unreal. There was one person said that he saw a grandmother, and but the grandmother didn't speak to him. She was like almost frozen in one spot, like a cutting of the paper, a very flat image of her that didn't move, just with a little smile, and he questioned that later on, that there was something like not right about it. The person agreed that it was fake. And other people said the same, that they've seen some loved ones and they seem to be like, like a machine that repeats something. It was like automaton repeating something, like they learned few sentences, and it was like, it's not your time, you have to go back, your family needs you, your brother needs you, your friends need you, whatever. You have a mission, and they repeat. But they noticed that if they asked them questions, that person would go further away, like moving away, wouldn't even want to hear what they had to say. So it was like a imposed little show, like a little theater that was kind of stuck together on a spot, again for the benefit of the experiencer, which I think it's really horrific, because it's in my opinion, this is the grand deception that happens right in front of your eyes, and how do you go about it, really? So this is the material that I would suggest, if you're interested in it, please look into it, because there's lots of clues that something is not right. Yes, of course, we all have loved ones who crossed over. Everybody has someone that they cared about, and there's very few people on this planet that have all the loved ones around them, and nobody has crossed over yet, unless you're of course very young. That could be the case, but as you go through life, people die, and you have to say goodbye very often to someone that you cherish beyond anything. And then of course you live with this hope, that with this promise that there is something up there on the other side, and that you're gonna be seeing that person again, that you're gonna be like communicating again, and that your relationship with that person would continue. Yes, it's extremely sad rather, because can you imagine you lose someone, could be your child, could be your mom or dad or sibling, or best friend, and then you wait and wait, years go by since they cross over, and then you are on your deathbed, then you cross over and you find out, well, but where are they? I mean, if they put holographic images during the NDE experience, I call they, the archons, okay, the devils who run this show, whoever the heck they are. If they can do this, what's going to happen when you really cross over? I mean, it seems like some people are affected by it during the NDEs, and some said, oh, I met my mom, she hugged me, we spoke. Of course, they're not going to do this theater in every single case, because the propaganda wouldn't work. You have to give something to people. If you want to spread good propaganda, you have to give them something good, something real, so they could, something they can hold on to. Oh wow, I've got so much to say, this is exciting, this is fantastic, guys, listen to me, if they didn't produce this kind of energy and situation, if everybody said, oh, it's fake, don't bother about it, then obviously the propaganda wouldn't work, right? So yes, it is very, it's disturbing, because we would love to see the people that we care about deeply in here, to see them again. I mean, I'm married to my soulmate, and I'm horrified that one day we have to say goodbye. It's either me or he goes. People born on their own, you're born alone, and you die alone. So you can't just go together. And what is going to happen? I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine, because for me, would be like every single moment that I'm here with that my beloved husband would be like, wow, I'd be looking forward to see him again as soon as possible. Honestly. And then again, you have this doubt, you have this fear that what if I don't see him, and all that. So I don't know even how to put it together and what to say, how to prepare yourself for that, guys. Honestly, I'm just shedding light on the situation. Just please be aware that it's possible that you may not see the other person. Also remember, if you, for example, have a friend, okay, and you are not religious, but the person is fanatical religious, but you get on still, okay? You like each other's company, and you really feel good about each other. And the person that dies, that is religious, automatically probably goes to the place where he feels like fish in the water, not out of the water, and that would be, the environment would be all religious. People would be praying and talking about religion, okay? And that person would be feeling great, probably. But if this is not your cup of tea, you're not going to end up in that place, because you are against religion, and your philosophy is that religion is enslaving you and manipulating you, and you wouldn't feel good about that place. So how does it going to come together that you're going to be connected together if you're going to end up in two different parts of astral reality? Yeah, this is something to consider, to look into. I think about it every day, because I'm already at the age that I have to question those things, and I have to think about it. I can't just run away and pretend it doesn't exist, So, yeah, afterlife is something that it's a continuation, apparently, of our reality. We continue in afterlife. We still exist, but nobody knows exactly the details of that existence. Nobody can guarantee you that, oh, you're going to see somebody definitely. I mean, I watch lots of videos and people leave these comments, oh, you're definitely going to see your mom again, or your dad, or your sister. But how do they know? You're assuming that you're going to see them again, all right? You hope that you're going to see them, but are you going to? That's a big question. Are we really going to? Yes, I mean, it's heartbreaking. I mean, the best you can do is to gather things about you, about your beliefs, your weaknesses, your strengths. Examine yourself, how you are, and remember that you are responsible for your own existence. Do not give away your power to some god, to some entity that you believe that is going to take care of you, because nobody is really going to take care of you unless you don't do it. I have experienced that on my between my own existence in here, that there isn't anything that is going to uh, kind of come suddenly and rescue you when you're in a big trouble and you really need someone. It doesn't happen that way. Some people say, yeah, but God doesn't like to interfere. Well, if you ask for help, that's not interference, is it? It's not interference. You're asking for help and there's no response. So what sort of God is that? Ignoring your prayer, right? Yeah, I mean, I need to make a video about this kind of things, like religion, why I left religion, and why I think the way I think. But again, I'm not saying that you should ditch your religion. Absolutely not. I'm making those videos as awareness spreading the awareness, and to educate some people who may have questions, and they would like to look into those things, because it's something, guys, that everybody has to face one day, sooner or later. We are mortals in between this reality, okay? Mortals, that means we're going to cross over one day, and being prepared is, I think it empowers you, no matter what, really. So yes, look into it, examine the situation, how you are in your life at the moment, at what stage of your understanding of this reality, and how you see the afterlife. Try to keep neutral, okay? Do not despair too much at all. And don't get over with happiness. Wow, you're gonna cross. There's a God. There's Jesus. They're gonna do this and that. No, 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 no. It may not happen like this at all, and I believe it's not. It doesn't happen like this at all, because of my experience. What happens to me. That's my opinion at this moment that I'm sharing. So please do your homework while you're still here, and look into things and examine them. And if something is BS, you will know. If something doesn't make sense, you will also know that. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and see you the next time. Take care. Bye bye.